Hey, curious minds, get ready for mind-blowing facts about animals, science, and more. From surprising talents to bizarre discoveries, this video is packed with fun you won't believe. Sit back, relax, and let's dive into the unexpected.
It may sound surprising, but strawberries aren't true berries, while bananas are. This odd classification comes down to botanical definitions, which differ from what we typically think of as berries in everyday language. In botany, a berry is defined as a fruit that develops from a single ovary, has a fleshy interior, and contains seeds embedded inside the flesh. Bananas fit this definition perfectly. They develop from a single flower's ovary, have a soft, seed-filled interior, even though the seeds are tiny and undeveloped in modern bananas, and lack a hard outer shell. This makes them true berries, just like grapes, kiwis, and tomatoes. Strawberries, on the other hand, don't meet the botanical criteria for berries. Instead of forming from a single ovary, they develop from multiple ovaries of a single flower, which merge into a fleshy structure. The tiny seeds on the outside of a strawberry aren't actually seeds. They are individual fruits called achenes, each containing a single seed inside. Because of this, strawberries fall into a different fruit category known as aggregate fruits, rather than true berries. The same rule applies to other commonly misclassified fruits. Raspberries and blackberries also fail the berry test because they're aggregate fruits, while watermelons and pumpkins, which might seem like a completely different type of fruit, are technically berries called pepos. This quirky classification is a great example of how science often challenges our everyday assumptions. While we'll probably keep calling strawberries berries for convenience, in the world of botany, bananas are the real winners of the berry title.
It might come as a surprise, but cheese is the most stolen food in the world. Studies have shown that roughly 4% of all cheese produced globally is stolen, making it the most frequently shoplifted food item. This theft rate surpasses even high-demand goods like meat, chocolate, and sorsi quawasolino. But why is cheese such a popular target for thieves? One reason is its high value and easy resellability. Many types of cheese, especially premium or aged varieties like Parmesan, Gouda, and Brie, can be quite expensive. Since cheese is in high demand worldwide, stolen cheese can easily be resold on the black market, to restaurants, or even at markets with little traceability. Some organised crime groups even engage in large-scale cheese heists, stealing massive quantities to sell for profit. Another factor is its accessibility. Cheese is a small, easy-to-hide item, making it an attractive target for both casual shoplifters and organised theft rings. Supermarkets and grocery stores often carry large amounts of cheese, and despite security measures, it remains one of the most frequently stolen products. Some notable cheese thefts have been truly daring. In Italy, criminals have stolen entire wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano, which can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars each. In the US and Europe, thieves have targeted trucks and warehouses storing cheese, sometimes getting away with tons of product at a time. Because of its high theft rates, some stores now use anti-theft measures, such as security tags on expensive cheeses, or keeping them behind locked glass cases. While cheese theft may seem amusing at first, for retailers, it represents a serious issue that leads to millions of dollars in losses every year. So next time you're in the dairy aisle, remember, you're looking at the world's most stolen food.
Cashews are one of the most unique and fascinating nuts because they don't grow like typical nuts or seeds. Instead of forming inside a hard shell underground or in a tree pod, cashews grow on the bottom of a fruit called the cashew apple. The cashew tree, scientifically known as Anacardium occidental, produces large pear-shaped or bell-shaped fruits known as cashew apples. These fruits are actually swollen stems called pedicels rather than true fruits. They are edible, juicy, and slightly sweet with a tart tropical flavor. However, the real prize of the tree, the cashew nut, hangs beneath the cashew apple, encased in a hard kidney-shaped shell. Unlike most nuts, cashews cannot be eaten straight from the tree because their shells contain urushiol, the same toxic compound found in poison ivy and poison oak. This substance can cause severe skin irritation and allergic reactions, which is why cashews must be carefully processed before they are safe to eat. The shell is roasted or steamed to break down the toxic oils, and then the nut inside is extracted and roasted again to enhance its flavor. Cashew apples, though less well known, are widely consumed in some parts of the world, particularly in Brazil, India, and parts of Africa. They are used to make juices, jams, chutneys, and even alcoholic beverages like cashew wine or fini, a traditional Indian spirit. However, because they are highly perishable, they are rarely exported. Cashews are valued not only for their delicious, creamy taste, but also for their nutritional benefits. They are rich in healthy fats, protein, and essential minerals like magnesium and copper, making them a popular snack and ingredient in various cuisines around the world. So next time you enjoy a handful of cashews, remember, they took a long and careful journey from growing beneath a fruit to becoming the tasty, safe-to-eat snack we love today.
Watermelons are not only a delicious summer treat, but also one of the most hydrating fruits on the planet. A single watermelon is made up of about 92% water, which means that just one watermelon contains enough water to fill at least 8 glasses, the recommended daily intake for an average adult. This high water content makes watermelon an excellent choice for hydration, especially in hot weather. Eating watermelon helps replenish fluids and electrolytes, keeping the body cool and refreshed. Because of its natural sweetness, it also provides a delicious alternative to plain water while offering essential vitamins and minerals. Beyond hydration, watermelons are packed with nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin A, and antioxidants such as lycopene. Lycopene, which gives watermelon its red color, is a powerful antioxidant known for its potential benefits in heart health, reducing inflammation and protecting against sun damage. Despite being mostly water, watermelons are also a great source of fiber, which aids in digestion. They are low in calories, making them a guilt-free, refreshing snack. Some studies even suggest that the amino acid citrulline found in watermelon may help improve blood flow and reduce muscle soreness, making it a favorite among athletes. The next time you enjoy a juicy slice of watermelon, remember that you're not just satisfying your sweet tooth, you're also hydrating your body naturally. With a single watermelon containing enough water to meet your daily hydration needs, it's one of the tastiest and healthiest ways to stay refreshed.
It might seem logical to assume that peppers were named after their spicy taste, but in reality, they were named after black peppercorns, even though the two are completely unrelated. This naming confusion dates back to the early explorations of the 15th and 16th centuries, when European explorers first encountered chili peppers in the Americas. The famous Italian explorer Christopher Columbus is largely responsible for the mix-up. When he arrived in the New World, he was searching for a new route to India, which was known for its valuable spices, including black pepper, piper nigrum. Instead, he and his crew came across chili peppers, capsicum species, which the indigenous people had been cultivating and using for centuries. Because these chili peppers had a spicy kick, similar to the heat that black pepper provided, Columbus mistakenly named them peppers. Despite their similar names, chili peppers and black peppercorns are not related at all. Black pepper comes from the dried berries of the piper nigrum vine, native to India and Southeast Asia. It is widely used as a seasoning due to its sharp, pungent flavor. On the other hand, chili peppers belong to the capsicum genus, part of the nightshade family, and get their heat from capsaicin, a chemical compound that interacts with pain receptors in the mouth. Over time, the name pepper stuck to chili peppers, and even today we refer to a wide variety of mild and spicy peppers under this name, such as bell peppers, jalapenos, and habaneros. Meanwhile, black pepper remains one of the world's most common spices, completely separate from the fiery chilies it was mistaken for. So, the next time you sprinkle black pepper on your food, or take a bite of a spicy chili, remember, their names may be linked, but their origins and flavors couldn't be more different.
Honey is often referred to as a superfood, but what makes it truly remarkable is that it's the only food that contains all the essential substances needed to sustain life. This includes water, carbohydrates, amino acids, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and even antioxidants, all crucial for survival. Honey is primarily composed of natural sugars, fructose and glucose, making it an excellent energy source. Unlike refined sugar, honey also provides small amounts of essential nutrients such as B vitamins, calcium, magnesium, potassium and iron. Additionally, it contains enzymes and organic acids, which contribute to its unique health benefits. One of the most surprising facts about honey is that it contains essential amino acids, the building blocks of proteins that our bodies need for growth and repair. While not a high-protein food, the amino acids in honey support cell regeneration and metabolic processes. Honey is also rich in antioxidants, such as flavonoids and polyphenols, which help protect cells from damage and reduce inflammation. Honey is not only nutritious but also has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties. It contains hydrogen peroxide and has a low moisture content, making it inhospitable for bacteria and fungi. This is why honey never spoils. Jars of edible honey have been found in ancient Egyptian tombs, still safe to eat after thousands of years. Because honey provides energy, hydration, and essential nutrients, it has been used throughout history as a survival food. In extreme cases, people have reportedly lived off honey alone for extended periods due to its balanced nutritional profile. It's also a key component in emergency rations and medicinal treatments around the world. So, whether you enjoy honey in tea, on toast, or as a natural remedy, you're consuming one of nature's most complete and life-sustaining foods.
Deep in the Malheur National Forest in Oregon, there exists a giant organism that defies imagination, a single honey fungus, Armillaria ostoyae, that is over 2,400 years old and covers an astonishing 3.5 square miles or 9 square kilometers. Known as the largest living organism on Earth, this massive underground network of fungi stretches across the forest floor, connecting with and feeding off trees. Although we typically think of mushrooms as small fungi that sprout from the ground, what we see is just the fruiting body, the equivalent of an apple on a tree. The real organism is a vast underground network of mycelium, a web-like structure that spreads beneath the soil, searching for nutrients. This particular honey fungus is estimated to weigh hundreds of tons, making it not just the largest living organism but also one of the oldest known living beings on the planet. Armillaria ostoyae is a parasitic fungus, meaning it survives by infecting and slowly killing trees. It spreads through the forest by sending out thread-like structures called rhizomorphs, which attach to tree roots and extract nutrients. Over centuries, this fungus has continued to expand, taking over a vast area while remaining mostly hidden beneath the forest floor. The only visible signs of its presence are clusters of golden brown mushrooms that appear at the base of infected trees during certain times of the year. Scientists estimate that this particular honey fungus began growing at least 2,400 years ago, meaning it was already thriving before the Roman Empire even existed. Some researchers believe parts of it could be even older, potentially over 8,000 years old. Its ability to endure for so long is due to its slow, steady expansion and resilience in the face of changing climates. While this fungus plays a role in breaking down dead wood and recycling nutrients, it is also considered a forest pathogen because it kills healthy trees. Despite this, it remains one of the most extraordinary natural wonders on Earth. Scientists continue to study it to learn more about fungal longevity, ecosystem interactions, and even potential medical applications. Next time you think of a giant living organism, don't picture a whale or a redwood tree. Think of a hidden fungal giant quietly growing beneath the forests of Oregon for thousands of years.
Worcestershire sauce is a rich, savoury condiment used in everything from marinades to Bloody Mary cocktails. But, you know, many people don't realise that one of its key ingredients is anchovies. Small, oily fish that are left to ferment and dissolve into the sauce over time. This gives Worcestershire sauce its deep umami flavour, making it an essential ingredient in many dishes. The story of Worcestershire sauce dates back to the early 19th century in Worcester, England, where two chemists, John Lee and William Perrins, created it by accident. According to legend, an English nobleman who had travelled to India asked them to recreate a sauce he had enjoyed there. They mixed a batch of ingredients, but the initial result was too strong and unpleasant, so they left it in a barrel and forgot about it for months. When they rediscovered it later, they found that fermentation had transformed the flavors, making it rich, tangy, and complex. Thus, Leah and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce was born and became an international sensation. The inclusion of anchovies in Worcestershire sauce was a stroke of genius. These small, oily fish are packed with umami, which is a savoury taste that enhances the overall flavour profile of the sauce. The anchovies are fermented along with other ingredients, breaking down into a rich, deeply flavourful component that is essential to the sauce's distinctive taste. The secret to Worcestershire sauce's unique taste lies in its fermentation process. Traditional recipes include anchovies, which provide umami and saltiness, vinegar, which helps break down the anchovies, molasses, tamarind, garlic, onions, and various spices, which add depth and balance. The anchovies are soaked in vinegar for up to 2 years, during which time they slowly break down and dissolve into the liquid. By the time the sauce is bottled, the fish have completely disintegrated, leaving behind no visible traces. Just a deep, savoury flavour that enhances meats, soups and sauces. Now, let's dive into why Worcestershire sauce tastes so good. The key to Worcestershire sauce's popularity is its perfect balance of flavours, salty and savoury from the anchovies, tangy and sour from vinegar and tamarind, sweet from molasses and sugar, and spicy from garlic, onions and peppers. Now let's delve into the versatile uses and vegetarian options that this wonderful ingredient offers. From hearty stews to refreshing salads, the possibilities are, well, nearly endless. For our vegetarian friends, this ingredient can be a true game changer, offering both nutrition and flavour in abundance. Whether you're crafting a wholesome soup or a vibrant stir-fry, you'll find that it adapts beautifully to a wide array of dishes. So, why not experiment and discover new favourites? The culinary world is, after all, a vast playground waiting to be explored. This complex combination makes it an essential ingredient in dishes like Caesar salad dressing, barbecue marinades, burgers, and even cocktails like the Bloody Mary. Because Worcestershire sauce contains fish, it's not vegetarian or vegan, though some brands now offer anchovy-free versions for those who avoid animal products. If you follow a vegetarian diet, be sure to check the label. Few people realise that this beloved sauce has such a long and fascinating history, and even fewer know that it's made with fermented fish. So next time you splash Worcestershire sauce on your steak or mix it into a dish, you can appreciate the centuries-old process that gives it its one-of-a-kind flavour.
Peaches and nectarines are often thought of as two distinct fruits, but in reality they are essentially the same fruit with just one key difference, the fuzz. While peaches have a soft, velvety skin, nectarines are smooth with no fuzz at all. This difference is due to a genetic mutation, not a separate species. So, while they may look and feel different on the outside, both fruits belong to the same Prunus persica species and share the same flavour and nutritional content. The absence of fuzz on nectarines is caused by a single gene mutation. Peaches and nectarines come from the same tree variety, and the only genetic difference between the two is the presence or absence of a gene that produces the fuzzy texture on the skin. In nectarines, this gene is recessive, meaning if both parent trees carry the non-fuzzy gene, the resulting fruit will be smooth-skinned. Interestingly, this gene mutation is not harmful or even rare. In fact, nectarines are simply peaches that have experienced this genetic variation, which can happen in any given peach tree. Sometimes a single peach tree might produce both peaches and nectarines at the same time, depending on the genetic makeup of its branches. Despite their skin differences, peaches and nectarines taste nearly identical, with both fruits offering the same balance of sweet, tangy flavour and a juicy, fleshy texture. Nutritionally, both are rich in vitamins A and C, dietary fibre and antioxidants, making them healthy, refreshing fruits. Both also have a pit in the centre, with the flesh surrounding it being soft and sweet. While the flavour is virtually the same, the difference in texture due to the skin may affect how people use them in cooking or baking. Nectarines, with their smooth skin, are often preferred for dishes where you want a clean, polished look, such as in fruit salads or tarts. Peaches, on the other hand, may be more popular for their classic fuzzy texture in pies, jams and sauces, although the choice often comes down to personal preference. Both fruits originated in China, where they have been cultivated for over 2,000 years. They then spread to Europe and beyond, gaining popularity in many cultures for their juicy sweetness. Peaches were first introduced to the United States by European settlers, and nectarines gradually emerged as a variation. In summary, the only real difference between peaches and nectarines is the presence of fuzz on the skin. They're both sweet, juicy stone fruits that belong to the same botanical family and share a rich historical legacy. Whether you prefer the fuzzy peach or the smooth-skinned nectarine, you're enjoying two sides of the same delicious coin.
The invention of instant ramen, a revolution in convenience. Instant ramen noodles were invented in 1958 by Momofuku Ando, a Taiwanese-Japanese inventor and entrepreneur. Ando, who was the founder of the Nissin Food Products Company, created the concept of instant noodles in response to the post-World War II food crisis in Japan. At that time, Japan faced significant food shortages and people were struggling with hunger. Ando's innovation came from his desire to provide a cheap, nutritious and convenient meal that could be easily prepared and consumed by families across the country. The first ever instant ramen, named chicken ramen, was introduced in Japan in 1958. Ando's breakthrough was the development of a method to pre-cook and then dehydrate the noodles, allowing them to be quickly rehydrated by simply adding boiling water. The process not only made noodles quick and easy to prepare, but also preserved their taste and texture after being packaged. Chicken ramen quickly became popular as a convenient, affordable, and long-lasting food product. While instant ramen is now a staple food for millions worldwide, it was initially considered a luxury item in Japan when it first debuted. At the time, the idea of packaged, ready-to-eat food was still novel, and the production of ramen involved a fairly labor-intensive process. As a result, it was sold at a higher price than many traditional foods, which made it a luxury for the average consumer. Only those with disposable income could afford the instant meal. Over time, as production techniques improved and demand grew, the cost of instant ramen decreased. It became more affordable and widely accessible, especially during the 1960s and 1970s when the ramen industry boomed globally. The development of new flavors, such as beef, pork and seafood, helped it gain popularity in different markets, particularly in the United States and Southeast Asia. Today, instant ramen noodles are one of the most consumed and affordable foods worldwide. Ramen has evolved beyond its humble beginnings. Instant ramen has now become iconic, with entire cultures developing around it, such as in Japan's ramen shops, where a bowl of ramen is an art form. Furthermore, instant ramen noodles have become a budget-friendly meal for university students, busy professionals, and anyone in need of a quick and satisfying meal. The low price and ease of preparation have made ramen an indispensable part of modern food culture. Ando's invention of instant ramen fundamentally changed the food industry and shaped the global instant noodle market. Since then, it has remained a global phenomenon. In 1971, Nissin expanded its influence with the invention of cup noodles, a ready-to-eat version of instant ramen in a cup, which made the product even more portable. Instant ramen's convenience, affordability, and versatility have made it a food product beloved by billions. In summary, instant ramen noodles were invented in 1958 by Momofuku Ando as a response to the food scarcity in post-war Japan, and they were initially considered a luxury item. Over time, the invention revolutionized food preparation, becoming an affordable and essential meal for millions across the globe. The instant noodle industry is a testament to how a simple idea can have a lasting impact on the world's food systems. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed these incredible facts. If you found them fascinating, there's so much more to discover. Stay tuned for our next video, where we uncover even more mind-blowing facts about the world around you. You won't believe what's next.